KY Spotter here with you. We are getting started with the severe weather, and it is starting to ramp up as we get into the evening hours, just like we talked about this morning on the morning broadcast. Right now, according to the National Weather Service in Louisville, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for east central Clark, northeastern Oldham, northwestern Trimble, and west central Henry, and that Clark County is in central Indiana. So Oldham, Trimble, and Henry counties until 8 o'clock. A severe thunderstorm was located near LaGrange, moving east at 15 miles an hour. The hazard for this storm is 60-mile-per-hour winds and also half-dollar size hail. And again, we talked this morning about a hail outbreak and heavy winds. That is definitely the theme there. The source on that is from the broadcast media. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This does include the following locations: LaGrange, Owen, Westport, Oldham, Greenhaven, Russell Corner, Skylight, Hall's Landing, Vesta, and Hibernia. So this area here is under a severe thunderstorm warning. It was a special weather statement, but I saw the increase in lightning, and I was like, this is going to go severe warned, and it has. So this is just one storm right now that is taking place in the state, and we're just going to continue with it. And that is, let me go ahead and get into the live so that I can see the people on Facebook. And Mike, thanks for being here. I know that Dee is helping you on social media, so just coordinate with her on that. But again, if you're just coming in, severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Oldham, southwestern Trimble, and west central Henry counties in central Kentucky until 8 o'clock. The hazards for this storm is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and half-dollar size hail. Tommy, thank you for being in on Twitch. Austin, thank you for being in on Twitch as well. Right now, Austin, on Lawrenceburg, I'm not sure yet because this system is just now starting to take form. But I can tell you this area right in here, which I guess would really include Lawrenceburg, we have to watch out for hail because our first storm of the day is producing half-dollar size hail right now. So, hey, Landon, what's going on, buddy? But this is producing half-dollar size hail, so you guys know how big a half-dollar is. So that's going to make some impact to your vehicles. And when we calm down just a little bit, I'm actually going to go out and put. We don't have a garage. Well, we have a carport, but it's pretty much filled up with stuff. And I'm going to put cushions on my wife's car. So I'll take a quick second to do that. But right now I'm staying with you guys on the weather. We did see many of the weather radars go down today across the United States, but fortunately enough, us being in Kentucky, we didn't go down. So that's a positive. Okay, Austin, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. And again, as we're getting started, I just want to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Green King Lawn Care and Landscaping of Lexington, and Pegasus Construction and Roofing of Georgetown. If you do get hail damage or any storm damage, make sure that you are contacting Pegasus Construction and Roofing. They've looked at our roof. They do a great job, and Green King actually does my yard. So make sure that you guys are contacting them. They are great sponsors of Weather KY Spotter. I want to give a shout out to my team as well. They are in their areas watching these storms, and they're giving us constant weather updates as well. We've got Landon and Matt in Madison County. We have Lynn in Eastern Kentucky. We have Gina in Northern Kentucky. Mike is in Georgetown, and myself and my darling bride are in Lexington, giving you guys the weather forecast as well, and we'll be staying right here through the duration. There'll be some time frames where we don't have anything that's taking place until these storms blow up and start producing. Now, this storm, it took it about 25 minutes to blow up. That's how fast that these storms are hitting the very humid air that is out there right now. And when they're hitting that humid air and the dew points are really high, it's giving them, these storms, enough fuel to produce very heavy winds and very large hail. So we don't want to make sure that we're out and about once the hail starts. But this storm in Oldham area and everything is producing $half size hail currently. We've got 3 days of this weather, guys. So Wednesday is going to be our worst day, but today is trying to compete with that. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys are sharing the stream. There's a lot of people in these areas that need to know exactly what is taking place. Yeah, Austin, we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of severe weather possibilities. Wednesday being the worst day. So we are seeing a little bit of spin. It's just a small non-meso one, but we are seeing a little bit of a spin. Nothing that's going to produce a tornado at this time. But you can see the pinks inside the radar. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you. But you can see the pinks right here. That is the hail core in this particular thunderstorm cell. And in this particular part, it is producing $half size hail. So Dave Pierce said, sun shining and very little wind in Portland. I've hopefully that stays the same for you, Dave. Corey and my weather spotter Matthew, thank you for tuning in. No, Austin, it's going to be a 3-day weather event. Tomorrow won't be as bad, but we do have a chance of strong to severe storms. And then Wednesday, we do have a chance of tornadoes. So that is what we're looking at. But these storms are intensifying. And like I said, this storm here in Oldham County, it was just a special weather statement. And then the lightning increased and it just exploded into a very, very large thunderstorm. Let's see what we're looking at back here. We do have a storm here in Owen County that looks like it's going to be doing the same thing. It's producing right now. It's just formed almost half-inch size hail, and that storm was not on radar 10 minutes ago. So if you are in southeastern Owen County, moving into northwestern Scott County, I would be on the lookout for this storm because it's probably going to do the same thing that this storm did over here in Oldham County. Let me make my radar just a little bit bigger here, guys, because I want you guys to see these storms well. But make sure you guys are sharing the stream. We are very glad that you're here. And again, I've got 2 radars up right now. I've got the base reflectivity. The reflectivity is basically the radar that is shooting beams out at the storm, and it's showing the intensity of the storm. Then on the left side of the screen, I have the base velocity up, which measures the wind. If we were to have a single supercell that had a little bit more defined green and red together, that is showing the possibility of rotation. Now, this isn't rotation as of yet, but red and green touching, that's bad. It's bad. We don't want that. And I don't see a chance of tornadoes. We might have a quick spin up on something if these storms continue to increase. But right now, I don't expect that happening. The biggest thing that we're going to see tonight is large hail and damaging winds. That's the 2 biggest things that we're going to have. Let's see here. Hi, Brittany. Don't worry, guys. We'll get through it. We will get through it. I just got new glasses today, and I'm trying to get used to them still. So if you guys see me lower them and all that, I'm old, so I have to have bifocals, and I'm trying to get used to them. So, but as of right now, the only two storms that are producing right now, which this line is going to start pushing, and then you're going to have storms that's going to fire behind it. We had this storm that will more than likely go special weather statement and then go severe warn like this storm here did in Oldham County. We are looking at almost 1.5 inch size hail in this area currently. So that this pink that you guys are seeing right here, anytime you see those pinks on radar, pink, purples, or blacks, we don't want black on the hail core, because that could be up to softball size hail. But the pink it's still half dollar size hail, and that is, when you look at a radar, the pink is your hail core. Now, what we don't want to happen is start getting an inflow that creates an out boundary to be able to get these storms to start hooking. We don't want that happening, because that's where you're going to see tornadoes take place and everything. But I'm not expecting any kind of tornadic activity today. Again, just large hail and also damaging winds. Austin says, I don't want to jinx me, but where I live, when we are told there is a bad storm coming, it is bad, but we don't get what we're supposed to get. But I guess we are just lucky. Well, it's not really being lucky. With you being in Lawrenceburg, Austin, it could just be the fact that you might have some knobs, like mountain knobs, that helps break up those storms. Now, I've seen some pretty bad weather hit Lawrenceburg over the years, but it hasn't happened in quite some time. So, but guys, please share the stream. Let everybody know that Weather KY Spotter is live. Share it on your Facebook. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch under Weather KY Spotter. And I am live on Twitter under my personal weather page, which is WXKY Spotter. David Pierce said barometric pressure is at 34. That's going to be interesting, Dave. Let's see what our dew points, find our closest area here. Looks like Frankfort, we're pumping at 63 dew point. We don't want that either. And Wednesday, that's what's going to be our biggest problem, besides the fact that it's going to be in the 80s still, is that the dew points are going to be super, super high, and you need that moisture to be able to produce those supercells and to be able to have enough moisture for the tornadoes to advance and for those storms to start spinning. So Wednesday, we're going to have to look at this even closer than we are tonight. So again, we still have this severe thunderstorm warning taking place Oldham counties and Trimble until 8 o'clock. So another 2 minutes. I look for them to extend it. So if you are in Henry, maybe even into northern Shelby, be on the lookout, as this storm is going to be heading your way. And we are keeping a watch on this storm in Owen. I look for it to start blowing up. The hail size has increased, and also the lightning. So that lightning is giving that storm a little bit more juice. We are starting to see another storm cell right here in, let's see, I think that's southern Gallatin County moving toward Grant County and back into northern Owen County. So we do now have a special weather statement on this storm in Owen, doing it just like what the other ones have done. So the difference between a special weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning. A severe thunderstorm warning, you have to have 60 plus mile per hour wind. just as expected. They have extended that, and the National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Oldham, north central Shelby, and southwestern Henry counties in central Kentucky. This is until 8:30 p.m. At 7:59, a severe thunderstorm was located near LaGrange, moving east at 10 miles per hour. The hazard for this storm is 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. This is radar indicated. The locations impacted does include LaGrange, Pendleton, Smithfield, Westport, Oldham, Greenhaven, Russell Corner, Ballardsville, Sulphur, and Sligo. So if you are in this area now, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30. And again, it looks like that our hail core is getting bigger as well, still over an inch size hail. So that particular storm is increasing with the hail, which again is our major issue tonight, is going to be large hail and damaging winds. Dan Stewart, thank you for tuning in today. We appreciate it. Brittany Metcalf, thank you for tuning in. It's been a busy couple weeks here in the old Weather KY Spotter Command Center. We have been on chases. We have been in our center letting you guys know about weather. So the next 3 days we'll have to be very watchful. And we do have some flood warnings right here on the Ohio River, around Henderson, Union, and even into a little bit of Crittenden County and Hancock County. So if you're in that area, please make sure that you are having your flood plan set. We do have another flood warning for northern Lewis and Greenup counties, and even into northeastern Boyd County. So you're having some flood warnings there. Please be careful on that. Trying to see if this non-mezzo is going up. It's not, so that's good. So again, we do have a special weather statement in Owen County. And before the siren went off on my NOAA weather radio, the difference between a special weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning. A special weather statement is winds below 60 miles an hour. To have a severe thunderstorm warning, you have to have winds 60 miles per hour plus. And D or Mike, I think D, she'll have to do this. D, if you can use the new graphics on the severe thunderstorm warnings and just put the counties on top of that, that will be great. We've got some new graphics for severe thunderstorm warnings that I want you guys to see on our Facebook. But I'm waiting for this one to go severe. Usually it's taken about 20 to 25 minutes for these storms to start hitting that warm, unstable air and are basically going pretty quick. Yeah, Landon, it has been a fun few weeks and keeping everybody informed. We had a good time on our chase. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. There we go. We'll make it bigger that way. I'll put myself down at the bottom. Yeah, this storm in Shelby and Henry, that hail core is packing a punch. We've got a hail core here, and we've got a hail core back here. So if you are in that hail core, make sure you got your vehicles, something over them. If you don't have a garage like I do, which like I said, as soon as we have some slowdown, I'm going to go put some cushions and stuff over my wife's vehicle. I've got the weather vehicle, and I don't really care if it gets hit by hail. And then I've got a Jeep that is armored, so I don't have to really worry about it too much. So, and I chase in both those vehicles depending on what kind of weather we've got. And it also depends on what kind of terrain that we have. If we have to have four-wheel drive, I'll take the Jeep out. But we're having a lot of fun doing what we're doing, guys, and just keeping you all safe, keeping you up to date on weather. These storms are going to continue to push off. It looks like that with the direct path, it looks like that this severe thunderstorm warning will push more into Henry County, into southern Owen, and looks like that it's going to continue to stay on the track with northern Shelby, and it looks like it could head into northern Franklin counties, where it will then affect, looks like southern Scott and northern Fayette. So might just be very aware on your area. So we are still seeing hail. This has got a non-meso on it. Let's try and see what. Still just a 1, the same as back here. So we've got quarter inch size hail in Oldham County right now. And guys, please share the stream. We gotta try to keep as many people safe as we possibly can. And whatever platform you're watching on, just share it. Share it with everybody that you have. We have a huge Facebook group. If you're not part of it, it's Weather KY Spotter, and we would love to have you as a member. Also on YouTube and Twitch. And then if you would like to join my personal weather page on Twitter, it is WXKY Spotter. So we're just waiting on these storms to continue, see if they either intensify or if they die down. This is the first 2 storms that is coming from this area that is going to affect central Kentucky. I do want to check my other radars. Got my iPad out here. So we are seeing some cells back in Indiana that's going to be pushing this way. One that could be pushing into Louisville Metro, but it's just now forming. I could be here with you for a couple hours, guys. So we're going to just continue to monitor these storms and make sure that nothing goes entirely more severe than what it is. Oh, Mike, thank you, sir. Mike, we need to get you the new graphic videos. We have some really nice new videos that we're posting on our social media, and they are really impressive. D made them. D's made all of our stuff, which is fantastic. But all my team members are on alert tonight, and they are ready to give us storm updates once it pushes into their particular area. And we will, wow, that storm in Oldham County has just increased. Wow. It's getting bigger. And so is the storm in Owen County. It's getting bigger as well. I look for that storm to go severe warned here within probably the next 10 to 15 minutes. I don't like these notches coming in. I don't like those notches. That outflow boundary is not what we want with these storms tonight. Let me check it real fast. All right, so we're good for right now. I just don't like these storms notching out. James Walker, thank you for tuning in tonight. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Mike is on top of these warnings. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning and a special weather statement on 2 storms that are increasing intensity. And again, I look for this storm in Owen County to go severe warn within the next probably 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're in Owen County, be prepared for that. And share the stream, everybody. We need to let everybody know that we have impending severe weather coming in, and I can't do it without you guys. So we do have another storm here up in Grant County that is just forming. See, what's taking place is these storms are coming across the river and they're hitting that warm, unstable air, and it's just exploding them. So this will be our next storm to watch as it continues to blow up. But this storm in Oldham and Trimble, moving into Shelby counties, northern Shelby County, it's severe warned. Owen County, again, I see this storm getting ready to go severe as it is actually heading off. It's actually taking a different track now, so it's going to hit northern Scott, and it will push into Harrison County. This particular storm will. Let me get back to my page so I can see everybody's messages. I can see everybody's name, but Facebook, and I don't understand why. It's just the weirdest thing. I think it's because we're part of a group and not a page. But I hope everybody's doing great tonight. Hey, Barry, doing good, man. Just giving out the weather. Hey, Brittany Garrison, how are you? Barry, we just covering the weather, getting these storms starting to produce, and they're kind of blowing up as they're crossing the Ohio River. And looks like that's the central Kentucky area, just as the National Weather Service in Louisville predicted today. It looks like they have been on point with that today. So kudos to the National Weather Service. But share the stream, guys. We've got to keep everybody informed. And I just got to make sure that everybody's sharing because it could save lives. And somebody could be outside and they could be at a picnic or something, and they've got Facebook requests and things like that, and maybe them seeing our stream will get them out of their area before hail starts hitting. Because the storm that is going through Oldham County right now was producing $50 size hail earlier. That's enough to damage your vehicle pretty badly. But just continue to share. All right, so the latest scan, winds are picking up on the Owen County storm. Again, I probably look for it to go severe warned by at least 5 or 10 minutes easy. So those winds are picking up in the Owen County storm that is under a special weather statement right now. Check and see if anything is blowing up behind. Seems like things are blowing up as it crosses the Ohio River. They're forming as they get across the Ohio River. And like I said, we have this storm that's kind of blowing up here in Grant counties. It was just blue rain, and now we're starting to see heavier rain bands in it. Any of these storms can go severe warn this evening. And Brittany Garrison, nothing in your area as of now. Barry, nothing in your area as of now. Mike, nothing in your area as of now. Austin, nothing in your area as of now. I do not like this storm. It is, I do not like it a bit. I'm not seeing any areas of rotation at all, which is positive. So we're watching these three cells right now. This is just the beginning. I could be here till midnight tonight, guys. So just bear with me, and I am. When we slow down just a little bit, I am going to go out and put cushions on my wife's vehicle, so I will be gone for just a few minutes. But I will always leave the radar up for you so you can see what's going on. Should just take me just a few minutes, but I'm not going anywhere yet. But share the stream, guys. We've got to have people in here and keeping everybody up to date. We could have people in Odom, Shelby, Henry, and Franklin that needs this information. All right, so this storm has been allowed to expire on the special weather statement as of now. I do look for that storm to intensify again, especially as it's hitting these dew points of 63 in central Kentucky, because it has been very, very warm in Kentucky today, giving the storms enough juice that they need. And the hail size is going back up in our storm in Odom County. It's almost up to 1.5 inches in diameter. Gosh, I don't like that hook on this storm. Man, what is this storm doing? As you guys can tell, it's kind of going like this. It's hooking down. It's a little more. Let me get my storm shield and show you what I'm talking about. If you can see that hook, that's not what we want right there. So we don't need any of these storms hooking and getting a good inflow outflow boundary. We don't need any of that to happen tonight. And like I said, this is just the beginning of the storm, guys. This is just beginning of the storm system. All right, so I'm going to just pause my camera just for a minute. I'm going to run out and fix my wife's vehicle. Bear with me. I'll be right back in just a bit. I'm keeping the radar up. Please, while I'm gone, share the stream. Tell everybody to get in here, okay? I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that. I had to get my wife's vehicle covered up. Hers is a lot nicer than mine, so I had to get her vehicle set up. I'm trying to get some hand sanitizer real fast. Her vehicle's a lot nicer than mine, so I got the windshield covered and her sunroof covered in case that we have hail here in Lexington, because I don't want that to bust out. Looks like the severe thunderstorm warning, for some weird reason, has been allowed to expire with 1.5 inches hail. I'm not sure why the National Weather Service has took that off, but I would still treat this storm as a severe thunderstorm warning. Still treat that as a severe thunderstorm warning, because 1.5 inch size hail, that should be severe warned. I'm not sure why they took that off. That's really weird. Because the hail is intensifying, the lightning is intensifying, showing that storm is getting stronger. Yeah, that storm is getting somewhat stronger. It's got an inflow boundary on the back side of it here, and there's almost 1/2 inch size hail there. So I'm not sure why they took that off. And it looks like we have a convergence of these two cells that we could start seeing another severe thunderstorm warning there. And then we're starting to see some storms back here in Orange County, Indiana. So we just need to keep a watch on these storms currently. We have another storm that's trying to form here in Bracken and Mason and Robertson counties as well. But we're going to focus on these two cells currently. Yeah, see that boundary out there is trying to push in a lot more moisture into that storm. I do not know why they have taken off the severe thunderstorm warning on that storm. But I don't work for the National Weather Service, so I'm not really sure. Amy Harris, thank you for tuning in. I will probably be chasing on Wednesday, so make sure that you're tuning in on Wednesday. But this is going to be a 3-day event tonight into tomorrow, which shouldn't be as bad. Tuesday evening, we'll have some severe weather, but it's not going to be large hail and damaging winds like it is today. And then Wednesday is going to be the rough day. Wednesday is going to be the rough day. Landon, thank you for tuning in on Facebook. My chaser extraordinaire, he's here this evening. I'm hoping that he gets to go with me on Wednesday. Yes, sir, I do. We're thinking the same things. Landon, I think Wednesday will be a lot different than last week. Wednesday's looking to be a lot different than last week. And anytime we have storms that bust, I'm okay with that, because that means that people live, and we don't ask for it. Now, they have just made, the National Weather Service in Louisville has just made this storm a special weather statement, but it's still 1.5 inch size hail, and that is a prerequisite for a severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm not sure why they're just putting a special weather statement on that storm, because it is only moving at 10 miles an hour, and it's got a big hail core with it right here. Let's look at that hail core. These pinks, that's hail. And so 1.5 inches, somebody reported pea-size hail over in this area of Oldham County. But this storm is moving really slow. There we go. All right, so I'm sure that This storm is now going severe again. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on my map. Jenny, thank you for tuning in. Got to find that storm. They just have not changed the map just yet. But I'm sure it's for this storm right here. Yep, it is. National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Oldham, northwestern Shelby, and west central Henry counties in central Kentucky until 9 o'clock. A severe thunderstorm was located over LaGrange, moving south at 5 miles an hour. So that's really slow for these systems. This is radar indicated. The locations impacted is LaGrange, Crestwood, Greenhaven, Dimpleytown, Buckner, Russell Corner, Floydsburg, Ballardsville, Centerfield, and Park Lake. So if you are in southeastern Oldham, northwestern Shelby, or west central Henry, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9 p.m. So another 32 minutes. And again, like I've been saying for the last few minutes, I'm not sure why they didn't keep a severe thunderstorm warning on this with 1.5 inch hail. So they have now put a warning back on that storm because it is still an impressive storm. As you can tell here, this storm is still building. I look for this to go severe warn before too long as well. Thank you, Mike, for posting. Yeah, Landon, it doesn't look like that storm's moved. It's only been going between 5 and 10 miles an hour. So we're going to start seeing a flood possibility as well because it's dropping a lot of rain as well. And some of these storms could probably produce hail that'll cover the roads if we continue to see 1.5 inch size hail. So if you guys are in these areas tonight that is dropping hail and you can do it safely, send us pictures of the hail, and we'll give you photo credit because we always send these into the news stations and the National Weather Service. Well, thank you so much, Jenny. I've got a green and neon pair that I got too, but I have a very eccentric personality, as you know, Jenny, and I like to have wild things, and I'm not a Tennessee fan. I'm a big blue fan, true and true, but orange is my favorite color. If you could see like my setup, my keyboard, my mouse, my pad on my desk is all orange, and I just like orange, So thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate you, honey. I miss seeing you. So again, we've got one severe thunderstorm warning and one special weather statement. We're still watching this storm up in Grant and Owen County. Again, I'm waiting for it to go severe warned because it has increased to almost 1/2 inch size hail in this particular storm as well. And folks, we are one of the only weather places on the internet that uses GR2. The National Weather Service uses GR3, but we use GR2, which is the last model of this software, and it is not cheap. And so everything that comes into the National Weather Service, any damage reports, anything like that, this thing is so advanced. And we're just very lucky to have this piece of software. And my buddy Josh of K-Swit allowed me to have a copy of this software, and he's passed away now, unfortunately, and was a heck of a meteorologist. And so I'm very thankful to him and K-Swit for allowing me to have this piece of software. Destiny Crutcher, thank you for tuning in tonight. Guys, please share the stream. We need to have as many people in here tonight as we can so that we can keep people prepared with this hail threat. This hail threat is not going to be anything to mess with tonight because we have a lot of unstable energy in the state where it's been so warm and our dew points are very high. Yeah, these storms are moving very slow. And guys, I have, just to let you all know, I've which let me show you while I got a chance here. Let me just move this out of the way real fast. I always want to show you guys my setup. If I can get a hold of it here. This is my weather setup. This is a 49-inch curve monitor that we constantly have. Also, I've got an iPad over here that I'm using other radars with. And then we have a NOAA weather radio that's giving us all of the weather updates. And I just like to let you guys see what we do. It's a beautiful setup. I'm very lucky to have the setup that I have. And we're making this very serious for you guys. This is something that I've dreamed about doing for many, many years, and that's keeping Kentucky safe and prepared from impending severe weather, and that's what we're doing. So, and looks like we've got almost an inch size hail here, inch size hail here. The hail core is dying off on that storm just a little bit, thank goodness. And then we've got half-inch size hail up here in Grant County. And we do have a lot of flash flood warnings back here into Indiana. Now, this storm is starting to pick up steam here on the backside of this storm. Like I said earlier, this is going to be our next storm. Now, again, like I said, these storms are hitting that unstable air, and they're able to just explode. So Bracken and Mason, even into Fleming, just watch that storm as well, because it could start blowing up at any time as well too. But I'm going to be here with you through the duration. I'm going to be here all the way through tonight. So just need to trying to fix that camera again. All right, so looking at quarter size hail, that's enough to dent a vehicle. And looks like that we've got a little bit of a spin on this storm, but it's nothing tornadic. Nothing tornadic. If that turns pink, yellow, or it has the words TVS in the center of it, that means tornado vortex signature. That's when we worry. If it's just a red circle, that means that the storm is just spinning a little bit, but it's not a mesocyclone that could create a tornado. So it's just meaning that this storm is packing a punch, and it's spinning a little bit with that hail core, and that hail core is helping that storm to spin a little bit as it's dropping that hail out of the air. So a lot of hail in this storm in Oldham County. They've been getting plummeted with hail because this storm's been sitting over here for about 50 minutes. It's only moving at 5 miles an hour. I'm trying to see who said I'm here. Type in your name in chat, because I can't see any Facebook users in the chat, their name. I've got the chat up, but it's not giving me your name. Let me go back out again and come back in. Amy Harris, thank you for the pictures. Holy smokes, Sadieville looking rough. Those are beautiful pictures. Oh, hi, Destiny. Yeah, the poor people in Odom, Jenny, it's just beating them down. So now we've got this storm up here. We're looking at over an inch hail. That will be our next severe thunderstorm. If it continues, we got a lot of lightning that is intensifying that storm. Well, I'm glad you're here, Destiny. Your hubby is absolutely an amazing weather guy. I do want to show you guys the pictures that Amy Harris put up on our page so you guys can see what it looks like in Sadieville. This is what it looks like in Sadieville currently. That's a nasty wall cloud. Difference in your shelf and your wall clouds. I want to give you guys another lesson. You guys know that I educate. Your wall clouds are very short, and this you've got these boundaries that are right here. You've got your outflow boundary. Your inflow boundary that's pushing the moisture in to this storm, and usually in a tornadic way of storms, that's what will make this storm spin. But you've got this with this type of particular wall cloud, it is producing hail. Let's go on to the next picture. Same way with it, beautiful wall cloud. Your shelf cloud is going to be longer. It's longer and it has a lot bigger rain band with it. But those are beautiful pictures by Amy, and I want to thank you very much for sharing those. And we'll go back to radar. There we go. We got our next severe thunderstorm warning, and it is went severe warn, just like we said. National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Grant and northwestern Owen counties in Kentucky until 9:15. At 8:39 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Dry Ridge, moving east at 20 miles an hour. The hazard for this storm is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size inch hail. This is radar indicated. Minor hail damage to vehicles is possible. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. The locations impacted is Williamstown, Dry Ridge, Corinth, Stewartsville, Cherry Grove, Williamstown Lake, Twin Bridges, Kiefer, Camp Northward, Needmore, Holbrook, Lawrenceville, and Cordova. This also includes I-75 in Kentucky between mile markers 145 and 160. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Grant and northeastern Owen counties until 9:15. We are getting a lot of hail reports, quarter-size hail in LaGrange. And that would be true because that is what is showing up on the weather map. So we now have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, Grant County area and Oldham County area, and these storms are moving very slow. And again, this storm that I was talking about earlier in Bracken and Mason, it's trying to pick up some steam as well. But these storms are just creating, and they're back building until they get to a severe level. And that's because of all the heat, the dry atmosphere, and also on the dew points. All right. So we're just going to wait on these storms and seeing if anything else is, which again, it's just getting started. This system is just getting started. As you can tell, this storm is kind of pulling off itself over here in Owen County. It may try to do something on its own, but it's going to take a minute because these storms are, they're moving at such a slow pace. It's giving them the ability to explode. But I hope each and every one of you are having a great day today. We do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and a special weather statement in the state currently right now. So yeah, we've got some spotters using M-ping saying, yeah, we have 1-inch hail, almost 1.5 inch size hail in Grant County. So that storm is intensifying. Yeah, I'm thinking that storm in Owenton could intensify as well. Special weather statement for Shelby County has been allowed to expire. So we still have the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, guys, if I have to be here until midnight tonight, I'm going to be here until midnight tonight. So that's why I'm saying please share the stream. All you have to do is hit the share button on the stream and share it to your feed on Facebook. Share it on YouTube. Share it on Twitch. If you're on my personal Twitter, XKY Spotter, go and share this stream so people can be informed. And I've got Mike in the other command center. He's doing a fabulous job of putting our graphics up on our social media, doing a phenomenal job tonight. And I got D doing hard work tonight too. Speaking of Twitter, I'm going to check that real fast. All right, I got a question from Gina on which way are these storms tracking. Your area is clear as of right now, Gina. Your area is clear as of right now. I'm just double checking social media, guys. I apologize because I get a lot of questions on social media. So again, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. This one in Oldham is going turtle pace, 5 miles an hour, and it's dropping 1-inch hail as hard as it can drop. Guys, please share that stream. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Just making sure I've got everything. Lee Brindle, thank you for tuning in this afternoon, or evening, rather. But 2 severe thunderstorm warnings currently right now. Grant County, also Oldham, moving into northwestern Shelby counties. And we are just watching these storms turtle pace along as they have just exploded into these hail-producing storms. The National Weather Service did say we would have hail and damaging winds, and they were right. Make sure we don't have anything trying to sneak up on us. We do have one storm back here in Paoli County that's doing the same thing that could affect the Louisville Metro. But as of right now, it is just back building. We are looking at 1-inch size hail in Oldham, and it just keeps, because it's moving so slow. I would love to see some pictures out of Oldham County. But I recommend you do what I've done today in my wife's vehicle. We don't have a interior garage or anything, but I went ahead and put cushions and things on top of her windshield and also over top of her sunroof. So you guys may want to do that if you don't have a garage, just so that you don't get glass broken and everything. Those dents can be pulled out, but that glass is going to be hard to replace, and it'll ruin the interior of your vehicle. Yeah, we've got hail everywhere, which, it's very strange because Kentucky's not known to be a state to get a lot of hail, but today's going to change that. If you're on Twitch, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. And if you want to gift to our weather team to be able to get more equipment and provide fuel for our storm chasers, Venmo is Weather KY Spotter. And we will appreciate anything that you guys do for us. Yeah, this storm in Oldham County is just creeping. It'll take it 2 more hours just to get past Shelby County. But if you guys have any weather questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm kind of depressed today because I heard that Dillingham for Kentucky has entered the transfer portal. I love Dillingham. I am excited, however, for Coach Pope with Kentucky. Don't let the orange glasses fool you. I'm not a Tennessee fan. I just like the color orange. I'm big blue all the way. And so I watched the entire press conference yesterday, and now I'm just pumped. But Dillingham leaving, that bothers me a little bit. I like that kid a lot. Share the stream, everybody. I know I keep saying that, but we've got to make sure that we are letting everybody know as much as possible that we have impending severe weather and that you need to stay tuned to Weather KY Spotter. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the state right now, just across the Ohio River. We do have 1 storm back here in Orange County. But right now it's Oldham, northwestern Shelby, over an inch size hail. We have over an inch size hail in the storm in Grant County. And those are our 2 severe thunderstorm warnings at this time. They are just creeping. Absolutely just creeping between 5 and 10 miles an hour. That's not good if you don't want any hail. You have a little area of rotation there, but nothing that's going to produce a tornado, but just a little bit of area spin right here on this part of the storm. That's where the major part of the hail core is.
The National Weather Service has issued a river flood advisory.
We do have a river flood advisory for Covington that is in effect until 2 a.m. That is a river flood advisory for Covington. All right, we'll just get a second here to see exactly where this next warning is coming out of. I'm going to say it's going to be a continuation of the storm that we just got out of. Looks like that now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning box. Let's see. Okay, it's this box here. The National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Oldham, northwestern Shelby, and west central Henry counties in central Kentucky. This is until 9:30 p.m. A severe thunderstorm was located near LaGrange, and that is going to still include LaGrange. And a severe thunderstorm still remains in effect for southeastern Oldham, northwestern Shelby, and west central Henry counties. So this is a continuation of this severe thunderstorm here in Oldham County. This particular storm that's producing over inch-size hail. I'm sure this one will be extended as well. Alyssa Lee, Jessica Lee, and Barbara Flood, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Yeah, Landon, at this rate, I'll be here till 3 a.m. with these storms pushing at 5 to 10 miles an hour. But I'm going to be with you guys through the duration of these storms because I want to make sure that we're keeping you safe and keeping you prepared. So I appreciate everybody that is tuning in. Thank you so much. Just share the stream. Let everybody know we do have impending severe weather, and we need to inform you of everything. And we are Kentucky only. I chose a long time ago that we were just going to cover Kentucky, and that's it. We not saying that the rest of the country doesn't need to be covered, but great weather meteorologists like Ryan Hall, they do the entire country. I just want to cover Kentucky. I just want to cover Kentucky. So big kudos to those folks that can cover the entire country. Ryan Hall, Evan Freiberger, those guys, they do a phenomenal job at covering the entire United States. I just want to focus on the state of Kentucky. It's where I live. It's where my friends and family lives. And I want to keep Kentucky safe along with my weather team. They want to keep Kentucky safe as well. So that's all you're going to get from us is the state of Kentucky. All right, so here's a continuation of this particular severe thunderstorm. National Weather Service in Williamton, Ohio has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Grant County and southwestern Pendleton counties in northern Kentucky until 9:45 p.m. At 9 p.m. Eastern, a severe thunderstorm was located over Williamstown, moving east at 15 miles an hour. The hazard for this storm is 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. This is radar indicated. The locations impacted do include Williamstown, Falmouth, Dry Ridge, Morgan, Goforth, Stewartsville, Cherry Grove, Northcutt, Williamstown Lake, Knoxville, Kentucky, Marcus Camp, Northward, Gene Snyder Airport, Sherman, Lawrenceville, and Cordova. This also includes I-75 between mile markers 149 and 163. So again, if you are in eastern Grant or southwestern Pendleton counties, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning until 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep our warnings right there for you to see on your radar. And also, if you guys are watching at home on your TV or anything, send us some pictures. If any of your pets are watching, send us some pictures. We'd love to see that you're watching us live. We do have thunderstorm wind damage coming out of Oldham County at 2 south-southeast Buckner. A tree is down. That is from a National Weather Service employee. Excuse me. So that is been reported as well. Yeah, the hail cores are growing, Landon, in these particular storms. Even back here where we've got a little bit of rotation, but we've got inch-size hail here. We've got over an inch now in Grant County, so these are going to continue. And I'm watching this cell in Mason County right now as it is hitting that. It's hitting a 60-degree dew point level right now, which could really fuel that storm as well. Good call out, Landon. I appreciate that. Landon is our weather chaser extraordinaire, and he is doing a great job along with Mike in our other command center in Georgetown. Dee helping with social media, Gina in Northern Kentucky, Lynn in Eastern Kentucky, and Matthew down in Madison County, keeping us up to date if we get any weather in Madison County. We've got a great storm team, and all of our teams are advanced certified weather spotters through the National Weather Service. I've been doing weather now for probably about 20 years. So I have trying to make sure that these folks all of my team is certified and that they know how to do their job well, and they're doing fantastic. So I want to give my team a big round of applause as they are just doing a heck of a job keeping Kentucky informed. And looks like that Landon and I will be going out Wednesday storm chasing. So we'll have a live for storm chasing, and we'll give you a bird's eye view of everything that's taking place. And I'm excited about that. I like to get out and chase, and then we'll have Mike in the command center posting all of our warnings and watches. So do have a little bit of spin on this storm in Grant County. Nothing tornadic, but it's got a little bit of a spin. Anytime you have these big hail cores, they're going to have a little bit of spin to them. Until those little circles turn yellow or pink or have a TVS in the center of it, we're not going to worry about it. That TVS in the center stands for tornado vortex signature. I'm not seeing anything that shows anything tornadic, but we do have some big hail cores and some damaging winds that are possible with these storms this evening. Yeah, if anybody's in Oldham County, man, we need to know if you guys are okay, because this storm has been sitting here for an hour and 22 minutes. So it's just sitting there just pounding Oldham County. Just unbelievable. And the difference in the weather maps, I want to explain this again. This is our base reflectivity. This is this is your weather radar. This is the beams that are popping out that is showing the precipitation levels and how high everything is, and that's why you get the colors. The second radar is the basically your base velocity. that is checking for wind speeds if anything is spinning or rotating. And I love using both of these types of radar. Double checking our roadways in Kentucky. Not seeing any crashes anywhere, which is fantastic. And this will be a multi-day event. We'll have a decent day tomorrow morning and later into the evening tomorrow night, definitely into Wednesday. We're going to see some very heavy, severe weather. We're under a slight category already. Mike and I were talking earlier, and I'm thinking that we may see an enhanced on Wednesday. Jordan, thank you for tuning in. My son tuning in tonight. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, son, for tuning in. And we do have a total of 3 severe thunderstorm warnings taking place right now. Oldham County, which is just, this storm's just been sitting here for almost an hour and a half. It is moving very slow at 5 to 10 miles an hour. The Grant County storm's moving a little bit faster, but it's dropping hail around almost an inch and a half. The storms in Oldham County are starting to peak again at almost an inch and a half. Landon, they're moving at 5 to 10 miles an hour, man. And that's it. They're not like the storms on April the 2nd that was moving between 80 and 100 miles an hour. But it is not moving fast, and it's dropping hail, heavy winds all over Oldham County. I would be surprised of what kind of damage that Oldham County has went through during this very slow-moving storm. So max size hail, we're looking at 1.25 inches, 1.26 in Oldham into northwestern Shelby. Do have that tree down on 2 southeast Buckner in Oldham County being reported. But the thing is we're starting to see a lot more lightning with this storm, so it's going to continue to intensify, and we don't need hail to get any bigger than 1.5 inches because that's going to start being destructive. But please share the stream. Everyone, we've got to keep everybody prepared and informed. All it takes from you guys is just hitting the share button and putting it on your feed. Let your friends and family know that, hey, I'm watching Weather KY Spotter. Brian is in his weather station area, and he is keeping us up to date until all this is over. I'm not going anywhere until then. And if you're on Twitch, please subscribe to us there as well. Also, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. And if you want to gift anything to the weather team, Venmo is Weather KY Spotter. And we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X right now. Appreciate everybody sending me pictures of you watching the stream. Thank you so much. All right, let me add everybody here. All right. So again, guys, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings taking place right now. Please, if you are in Oldham, northwestern Shelby, or Grant, Pendleton, northern Harrison counties, please be in your safe spot. These storms do have an inch to an inch and a half hail associated with them. They are packing a punch. All right. I hope everybody's doing great tonight. These storms are just moving very slow. We're just going to keep covering them, and they're just moving slow. This hail core is definitely bringing down some thunder right now. That's a very decent hail core, and looks like the hail core is kind of dying off here, and it looks like they have allowed that severe thunderstorm warning to expire. That storm has weakened. Or they could be getting ready to do another severe thunderstorm warning, but the storm looks like it has weakened. But the Oldham County storm still punching, excuse me, as it heads into northwestern Shelby. But this is really just the beginning of this storm system, as it's going to be a late night event. We'll focus on this storm right now. And again, hail core looking really good. Just a little bit of spin there, but that's because that hail core is bringing in a lot of juice into that storm. So you're going to have a little bit of spin, but not tornadic spin. So again, a 3-day weather event tonight, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be our worst day for severe weather. So that is going to be a chase day for us. And we'll be out chasing, and we'll be pinpointing that morning where we're going to head out to. We may not have to go very far at all, since it is a Central Kentucky event. And I will make sure that you guys are getting not just us in the van all the time. I'll make sure that you guys are getting some views of what we're heading into as well. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Again, we do have a river flood advisory for Covington in effect until 2 a.m. in the morning. The storm's trying to regenerate, and we could see it try to go severe warned again. But here's a storm that we're maintaining on that is in northwestern Shelby, also in heading towards southern Henry counties. All right, so do have a area of broad rotation right here on this storm. Not, I mean, it's very, very broad. It's nothing tornadic, but I am seeing some broad rotation right here. All right, thank you, Mike. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning in far eastern Kentucky. Let's see here. That is the wrong one, and looks like special weather statement for Pike County. So that special weather statement in Pike County is just a special weather statement, basically for 40-mile-per-hour winds and hail. That hail is nickel-size hail, 40-mile-an-hour winds for Pike County. So make sure that you are staying weather aware with that. We also have a special weather statement up here in Pendleton counties, as that storm still has almost a half-inch size hail on it. So Pike County with a special weather statement, Pendleton County with a special weather statement, and northwestern Shelby and southern Henry and portions of Oldham County still under a severe thunderstorm warning, which has a little bit of broad rotation, but it looks like it's losing steam on the rotation side of it. Thank goodness. And thank you to the weather team to help keeping me up to date. Yeah, I look for Oldham County to get a flash flood warning as well as that system has moved 5 to 10 miles an hour for the last almost 2 hours. Corey, thanks for coming in, buddy. I appreciate you being here. You've been here every stream. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Oh. Oh. So again, we have a special weather statement down here in Pike County as it's leaving the state of Kentucky. Special weather statement here in Pendleton County. And then we still have the severe thunderstorm warning for Oldham, northwestern Shelby, and southwestern Henry counties. Well, we've got this storm now wanting to try to do something as it is broken off of that line. So Henry County, you need to watch this storm as it is look like going to be heading into Scott County with the trajectory here. Looks like central Scott County. I don't think they know where this storm's going to go here. This storm has just been, like I said, let me see. It's been going for an hour and 42 minutes, and it's barely moved. So we've got the cell in Pendleton County, almost half-inch size hail. It's under special weather statement. So we're going to watch this storm here in Henry County as well. And then this storm back here is wanting to break off the back end of this severe thunderstorm warning as well. So we're going to watch and see if it does that, then see if it builds as well. So these storms are going to come in and they're just going to explode because of the instability of the atmosphere. And that is what we don't want, is the fuel for these storms to produce large hail. So if you have a vehicle outside, use some cushions, whatever you got that you can cover your car up with. If you don't have a garage, just make sure that you cover it up so your windshield, your sunroofs, and things like that don't get busted. I'm waiting for the first time the weather van gets put into hail because we don't get much hail in Kentucky. So that's why this system is so strange. We get like 1/4-inch size, things like that. Nothing that's going to be dramatic. But I mean, we've had like almost 2-inch hail in this Oldham County storm already this evening. this portion of this storm, they're getting rocked right here. Getting rocked. And that is around the cities of Buckner, Park Lane, moving up, looks like almost into Eminence area. I'm still trying to get used to these new glasses, guys. I've got bifocals, clear bifocals on the bottom, and it's a newer prescription, so I'm like trying to get them figured out. So if you guys see me do the old guy and all that, it's just because I'm trying to get used to them. Do want to take another quick minute to thank our sponsors for Weather KY Spotter, Green King Lawn Care and Landscaping of Lexington, also Pegasus Construction and Roofing of Georgetown. If you do experience hail damage to your roof, no better company than Pegasus Construction of Georgetown. Great guys. They will get right on the job, and they are super trustworthy and super nice people. So we want to thank both of our sponsors here at Weather KY Spotter. And if you want to be a sponsor of your business wants to be a sponsor, please reach out to me. I'd love to have you as a sponsor of Weather KY Spotter. All right, so for some weird reason, they have taken off the severe thunderstorm warning for Odom, northwestern Shelby, and southwestern Pulaski, or not Pulaski, but Henry. And I'm not sure why, but we could see that spike back up. The special weather statement up here in Pendleton is still taking place, and looks like that the special weather statement for Pike County and far east southeastern Kentucky is still taking place as well. Special weather statement just meaning that winds are 40 miles an hour. You do have to have winds 60 plus miles an hour to be a severe thunderstorm warning. And as you can tell, we've got these new cells that are entering the state into Owen County. We'll keep a watch on these. They look like that they can get mean. And then we have one cell back here that is entering Henry County. We're going to keep a watch on these cells because it's hitting that unstable atmosphere, guys, and it's allowing those storms to explode. So we'll keep a watch on it. But now we're just getting started. Now we're getting started with the evening portion of this. So before that starts, I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. And just stay tuned. I'll keep the weather radar up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. And not much change on the weather, but we are starting to see half-inch size hail on these new cells that have just entered across the Ohio River area. So I am watching these particular storms right now. We've got another one back here that is entered into Trimble County. We still have our storms down here that have lost the severe capability according to the National Weather Service. And we still have our special weather statement in Pendleton County. And we still have our special weather statement down here in Pike County in far southeastern Kentucky. So this is taking that trajectory the way that they said it was going to, according to the National Weather Service. So we're just waiting for these storms to start firing up. This system wasn't supposed to get going until about 9 o'clock, but it got started. Let's see, we've been streaming now for almost 2 hours. So it got started about 7:30, so just a little bit earlier with this storm down in Oldham County. So I'll be with you guys through the duration. And I know Landon said that he couldn't believe that Landon, my chaser on my team, said he can't believe that Oldham County didn't get a flash flood warning. Well, guess what? We now have a flash flood warning for Oldham County. So Landon knows his stuff. Good job, Landon. He's over here forecasting. All right, so looks like these storms are intensifying right here. And Owen County, Gallatin County, Carroll Counties, Grant County, you need to be watching these storms as these could become big-time hail producers. And I'm even watching this storm back in Trimble and Carroll counties as it's taking that trajectory line along 64. Not 64, but north of 64. Yeah, so these storms are starting to intensify in Gallatin, Owen, Carroll counties. So this one is pushing toward Owen County. This particular storm is poised to head into Grant County. Grant County's got hit a lot today as well. It'll eventually make its way into Harrison County. This one eventually make its way into Scott County if it stays on the same trajectory. But guys, please share the stream. My team, please share the stream. We want to make sure that everybody is staying informed, whether you're watching us on YouTube, on our Facebook group, on Twitch, or Twitter X. We're going to keep you informed. My weather team is making fun of me about the way that I set up my wife's vehicle to avoid the hail. It's really, really, really smart of you guys. Hey, but you know what? If it starts hailing, it's not going to bust a windshield out or a sunroof. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. My weather team are smart Alex. I love each and every one of them. My vehicles, I don't care. Like I said, the weather van gets some hail damage, I'm going to love it. My Jeep has got armor on it, so I'm not really concerned about that one either. But my wife's vehicle, yeah, we're worried about it. We're worried about it. Again, these storms up in Owen and Carroll, Gallatin, Carroll counties, we're watching these very closely to see if they continue to intensify. I do want to check my other radars to see what we're looking at. Yeah, those storms are intensifying right now. Got lightning that's starting. You do need that lightning to charge those storms. And it looks like that the first one right here looks like that it is starting to intensify. Yeah, we're almost at over a half-inch hail. So probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes, we'll see that storm intensify even more. Still have our special weather statement down here in Pike County. These storms are moving so slow, 5 to 10 miles an hour. I think the biggest thing, too, besides the hail and the damaging winds, is going to be flash flooding. I think we're going to have a lot of flash flooding with these storms, and I'm sure that this special weather statement will expire, and they may continue it for Bracken County. But we do have that flash flood warning in effect for Oldham County. So we're starting to see a hail core in this storm. Almost, it's getting close to an inch of hail. Do have a special weather statement for this storm now that is finally getting ready to push out of Oldham County after almost 2 hours of just sitting there moving at 5 to 10 miles an hour. But welcome in, everybody. We are glad that you're here. Please share our stream. Carla Stinson, thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you very much. Looks like Franklin County, you may be experiencing, at least northern Franklin County, you may be experiencing this storm that's pushing out of Oldham County next as it passes through Shelby County. It's just north of the 64 corridor. But again, guys, share that stream. I know I've said it a lot all evening, but we can't keep people informed and prepared unless they know what's going on. And we need to make sure that everybody is staying weather aware. Yeah, this storm back in Trimble and Carroll counties, it's gaining some momentum as well. Yeah, we could see those storms go severe before too long. Just a weird weather pattern for the state of Kentucky. We usually don't have to deal with hail much, but tonight we will be that and damaging winds, and I'm sure flash flooding will be the name of the game tonight as well. I hate I hate these late night events. I want to keep a closer look on these storms. See if we have any hail increases. Not too much right now. Still have the special weather statement on the storm that's pushing out of Oldham County finally, pushing into Shelby County. Special weather statement still for Pike County and far southeastern Kentucky. My mother is watching. Thank you, Mom, for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. It's all wonderful when you have a supportive family in what you're doing, and I do. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. Living my dream of keeping Kentucky prepared and safe, and enjoy giving you the weather, doing storm chases, and having a great weather team that I have. But nothing severe as of right now, but the storms right around Worthville, Sanders, Owington, Corinth, that area, you're experiencing some very heavy rain. Also seeing this storm just to the south of Sanders starting to get a hail core involved with it, so we could see some of these storms starting to ramp up. It just depends if the atmosphere is still unstable, since the first round has went through Grant County already. That rain and everything could have slowed it down, but it did have a little bit of time to get warm again. And make sure that you guys are hitting the subscribe button on Twitch, the subscribe button on YouTube. And if you want to gift the weather team as everything goes to new equipment and also fuel for our storm chases, you can do that by going to Venmo and typing in Weather KY Spotter. Give me just a minute, just checking my other social medias here. All right, a strong thunderstorm will impact east central Pike County through 10:15 p.m. And that Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Paw Paw, or 13 miles north of Grundy, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. The hazard for this storm is nickel-sized hail, and it's radar indicated. This does include the locations of Coleman, Jamboree, Phelps, Argo, Woodman, and Board Tree. So if you are in east central Pike County, you are under a strong thunderstorm, basically a special weather statement until 10:15 p.m. Great job on that, Lynn. I appreciate that information. Great job. All right, still waiting on these storms to do something here up in Grant County. Looks like that hail is now at around an inch over in western Grant County. So be prepared. That could be our next severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so we do need to be watching the Louisville metro area. We are seeing an outflow boundary that's taking place in Jefferson County, and we will more than likely see that all the way into Jeffersontown, Mount Washington area. So we'll watch this over the next little bit. Storms could start firing right here in the Louisville metro area. So we'll keep you up to date on that as well. All right. All right, let's take a bit wider view of the state right now. Here is our strong thunderstorm area in Pike County. We have a flash flood warning in Oldham County with a special weather statement on this storm. And that is all that we have currently. But like I said, we've got an outflow boundary that is pursuing the Louisville area. We've already got a storm down here in Bullitt County that is trying to do something. But I do expect us to have some storms coming into this area here. Brittany Garrison, welcome back in. And as of now, it looks like that the storms are staying, other than the one storm in Oldham County, is staying north of I-64. So that's good news for some of the folks that watch us. And looks like we have a brand new special weather statement for Owen and Grant counties, pushing into northern Scott County. Looks like hail is almost at one inch. So we could see this one go severe. Like I said earlier, those two storms were looking nasty and that they would eventually try to go severe. And right now they're at 40 miles an hour winds. And until they get to 60-mile-an-hour winds, they will not go severe. So we're just waiting on that to happen if it does. I hope it doesn't, but there's a very good chance that it might. So right now, this corridor here seems to be the area that is getting the most weather right now. Everything above Interstate 64. Again, I do expect some weather coming out of the Louisville metro area because of that outflow boundary. As it pushes down, it's going to create some storms here. And right now, we still have dew points in the 60s. It's still 80 degrees in Louisville. So just be mindful and watchful for that if you're in the Louisville metro area. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, I'll be with you through the duration of it. Whether it takes us, this poor storm that's moving out of Odom County, it's taken it over 2 hours to get out of Odom County. Brittany, as of right now, I'm not seeing anything that's going to affect Montgomery and Bath counties. I don't see anything right now on radar that's showing that. So as of right now, you're in the clear. And Brittany, I thank you very much for the support. You are one of our most chatted people, and I thank you for that. I thank you for trusting in what we're doing and trusting in the information that we give. Because like I said, we were up in your guys' area last week and ran into some good storms up there. Got some good content. And none of it went severe, thank goodness. But got some pretty gnarly shelf clouds that was coming out of Mount Sterling. And we actually drove up to Owensville to try to catch some storms, and it just didn't pan out. I'm glad that those storms decreased because they could have got bad. But nothing right now for Clark, Montgomery, or Bath counties right now. Everything is staying north of that 64 corridor as of now. Brittany, you're always welcome. And if you have a question about your area, feel free to put it in chat. I'd love to answer your questions for you. We try to take time out, whether we have 15 people or we have 10,000. I try to take as much time as I can to answer questions for you. And because your questions mean a lot to our storm team. And weather team, if you guys are logged in and any questions that I may miss, please feel free to answer those questions as well. Starting to see a ramp up of hail again on this storm moving into Henry and Shelby counties. This storm has just moved so slow, 5 to 10 miles an hour. It is not moving at a fast pace at all. Nothing like what we saw on April the 2nd. with the 19 tornado touchdowns. Some of those storms were moving at 80 to 100 miles an hour. This one's like 5 or 10. So it's dropping a lot of rain and a lot of rain fast. And we got a little bit of broad rotation down here in this storm. And there's your small hail core right now, almost an inch. That just went away. But just a little bit of rotation here. Nothing tornadic rotation, but it's still rotating a little bit. And then we still have our special weather statement down here in Pike County, and our special weather statement here in Grant and Owen and Harrison counties. I want to check our roadways in Kentucky, see if we have any crashes. Strangely enough, we're not seeing any accidents and everything. The only one that we're seeing is in Bowling Green. We do have a crash alert in Warren County at mile point 23.2 on I-65, and it's just a regular accident. So if you're in Bowling Green at mile marker 23.2, you may have a little bit of a setback there, but that's the only thing that I'm seeing on GoKY that is any kind of accident in the state of Kentucky. So very thankful for that too. This storm may try to regenerate right here as it moves into Shelby County. Andrea Dexter Wilkins, thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you very much. We are just going to have an evening together, guys, and just pray that this weather doesn't get the way that they expect it to get. We've had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings tonight, some very large hail, almost up to 2 inches, and we're just getting started. So hopefully we will not have anything that is going to be terrible, but there's still a lot of energy in the air that can create these storms. And most of the storms are north of Interstate 64 at the current time. Do have a little bit of thunderstorm and rain showers that's moved south of 64 in Shelby County, but the remaining of it is north of 64, and we have a special weather statement in Pike County as that is pushing out of the state at a very slow rate too. So if you're in Pike County, make sure that you have your flood preparation set in case that you do have some type of flash flooding in Pike County. It's a Mountain Dew kind of night. I've got to keep myself going. May have to break out the coffee. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Not like that at all. Not seeing any storms in western Kentucky at all. Basically, central Kentucky, north of the I-64 corridor currently. Just double checking. Social media right now, just making sure we've got everything covered there. Still have this special weather statement in Grant, Owen, Northern Scott. So just be aware with that. We are looking at half-inch size hail in that particular storm. And we have our special weather statement in far southeastern Kentucky in Pike County as that storm is slowly pushing out of the state. But these storms are creeping. They're just slowly moving. You guys are waiting with me. It's we're just, like I said, trying to see if any of these storms are going to go severe again. And this special weather statement for Grant and Owen counties and also southwestern Pendleton, this is until 10:30 tonight. And thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting Weather KY Spotter. Just making sure we're not missing anything on social media as well. So again, this is going to be a 3-day event. We should be in good shape until tomorrow evening. Still may have some showers tomorrow during the day, but things really start ramping up on Tuesday evening into Wednesday, which Wednesday will be our worst day for severe weather. We will be out chasing on Wednesday so that you guys can get a bird's eye view as to what's happening with the weather. So that's our plan as of right now. And myself and Landon will be out on Wednesday, and we will be live from our weather vehicle, NADO 1. And so that will be a lot of fun for us on Wednesday. Still have this special weather statement, Grant, Owen, Southern Pendleton County. Sorry, it's been a second here. And this storm is producing almost inch-size hail. That storm could go severe again, especially with the plus symbols here that you guys can see. That is all lightning. And looks like that Pike County storm has been allowed to expire as it is pushed out of the state of Kentucky. Do have that flash flood warning for Oldham County until until 12:45 a.m. And then we have a flash flood warning for Covington, or flash flood advisory in Covington until 2 a.m. Break out the coffee here. We're just waiting for these storms to build. It's like I said, this was supposed to be a 10 o'clock event. It's been going since 7:30, so it got started a little bit earlier than what the National Weather Service said. But we're going to stay live during it until there's no more severe weather in the state. I've got my Black Rifle Coffee Company Express Mocha. Landon and I love these, especially when we're going on a chase. Gives you that jolt that you need. All right, so this storm here is gaining a little bit of steam, so we could see that one clip a little bit farther into Scott County, into Harrison County. But it's picking up a little bit of steam. This one is kind of falling apart just a little bit. It doesn't even have a special weather statement now. Like I said, we could see storms start producing in this corridor because of an outflow boundary. And there's our first cell that has originated, and that we have to watch out for. So this is Bullitt, Spencer County. You guys need to be on the watch out as these storms are building. But this entire area here is what we need to be looking out for the next few hours because of the outflow boundary. But this storm right here, basically on the corner of Bullitt and Spencer counties. So we'll keep a watch on that one as well. But see, these storms just being created because of the unstable atmosphere, and there's a lot of dew points out there. There's a lot of outflow boundary. There's a lot of not really convective energy, because if we had a lot of convective energy, we'd start seeing tornadoes, and there's not going to be really any tornadoes or nothing tonight. Wednesday is going to be the day for that. But we have a lot of ingredients to produce hail, a lot of energy to produce damaging winds, and right now, I mean, we had 3 or 4 severe thunderstorm warnings earlier. So a lot of these cells over here are dying or trying to re-energize. But I am very concerned with this outflow boundary from the Louisville Metro down into Bullitt, Spencer, maybe even as far into Washington County. So we'll definitely be keeping a watch on that. So if you have friends and family in Jefferson, Bullitt, Spencer, Washington, even really Anderson, and Shelby counties, make sure that you're letting them know to get tuned in. But I do hope everybody's had a good day today. It has been a Monday, and anytime that we can be live together, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we're almost at 1-inch hail there in the storm in Grant, Scott, and Harrison counties. Yeah, as you can tell, this storm is starting to ramp up. It's getting bigger by the minutes. So we want to keep a watch on that storm as it gets bigger. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. All right, guys, we're pushing 3 hours, and we're going to keep going. It's amazing how time flies when you're reporting weather. So, yeah, this storm is starting to build here. Uh, basically on the, let me pull it up on another radar real fast. Yeah, just south of Mount Washington, this storm is building up. Just south of Mount Washington. So we'll have to watch that storm as it continues to build. But again, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch under Weather KY Spotter. We are live on my personal Facebook at WXKY or WXKY Spotter, and feel free to subscribe to all 4 of them. Also, if you want to do any gifting to our weather team to help with new equipment and to help with things like fuel for chases and things of that nature, because we do everything for free. Go to Venmo and go to Weather KY Spotter. So our storm up here in Shelby County is starting to intensify a little bit again. A lot of lightning with this storm. So we're going to keep a watch on it. Same for the storm that is up here in Owen and Grant. As the hail is intensifying there again. So we're going to keep a watch on all of these storms as they are kind of re-energizing. They're hitting those areas that have not seen any weather today. And we're seeing that storm in Shelby County dip a little bit onto the I-64 corridor. So if you are in Franklin, Anderson, Woodford counties, you guys need to be on the watch out for that. Even Scott County, maybe even the portions of Fayette County, as it pushes off very slowly. This storm has just went from Oldham County to Shelby County in 3 hours. I have never seen a storm move that slow, 5 to 10 miles an hour. And we are seeing half-inch size hail in this particular storm. Having to charge my phone. All right, so this storm that is in Bullitt and Spencer County, it looks like it is heading toward Nelson and Washington counties. These storms are taking weird trajectories. And we do have another storm that is trying to spawn up here in Oldham County. Oldham County doesn't need any more rain. Yeah, the storm is starting to re-energize big time. And of course, this storm is starting to build up some steam as well as it heads into Nelson and Washington counties from Bullitt and Spencer. And we're up to almost an inch size hail in this storm again. But continue to share, guys. Continue to hit that share button. We want to keep everybody up to date on these storms since they are going to produce large hail and damaging winds tonight. So please make sure that you're hitting the share button on your social media, whatever platform that you're watching us on. And hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button on Twitch. Come join our Facebook group at Weather KY Spotter, and feel free to add my personal page on Twitter, and it's under WXKY Spotter. And I'm sorry, guys, we're playing the waiting game, but that's kind of the way that these storms are doing right now. They're just kind of playing the waiting game and moving so slow that it's hard to forecast it because they are moving so slow. This storm that's in Shelby and Franklin County right now, it's taken over 3 hours for it to make it there. And that's just from Oldham County. So they're moving very, very slow, 5 to 10, 15 miles an hour. They're not moving fast, so they're dropping a lot of rain. And if the storm has hail in it, it's dropping a lot of hail. So be prepared that if you're in a flood-prone area, have your flood plan set in place. And it looks like that this storm could be heading into Woodford and southern Fayette County, possibly. It depends on if this storm takes a trajectory a little farther north, but this will be the first storm other than the storm south of Louisville that has went below the I-64 corridor. All right, I got my coffee. I'm in good shape. I do want to take a minute to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Green King Lawn Care and Landscaping of Lexington. I also want to thank Pegasus Construction of Georgetown. If you do have hail damage, make sure that you contact Pegasus Construction and Roofing. If you need any type of lawn care or landscaping, call Green King. These are two excellent companies, and we are fully supportive of them. I've actually used both the companies, so I can definitely tell you they're trustworthy, and they have great reputations. And make sure that you are supporting our sponsors for Weather KY Spotter. If your business would like to be a sponsor, just send me a message, and we'll talk about it, and we'll definitely get you guys set up with a sponsorship. So all right, we're still waiting for these storms to produce or to die out, but they're still hanging on. We've got half-inch size hail in Shelby County right now, and half-inch size hail looks like in Owen County at the present time. And then we have this cell down here that's trying to do something, but as of right now, it is not. So again, just like I said, this is going to take a trajectory into Woodford and southern Fayette County, more closer to Jessamine County than anything, but it will affect southern Fayette County, Woodford County, maybe even stretch into northern Jessamine County. But it's going to take a while for it to get there. Definitely going to take a while for it to get there. So the crazy thing about this particular storm is it has went from here to here in 3 hours. So it is definitely moving slow. It's dropping a lot of rain. It's got a lot of lightning with it. And it also has half-inch size hail in that particular storm. So please be weather aware if you are in Woodford, Southern Fayette, maybe even Northern Jessamine. But it definitely looks like it's going to come my way here in Fayette County for sure. And let's hope that it decreases before it gets here. So make sure we don't have any other storms trying to sneak in on us. Still, again, we got this outflow boundary that is trying its best to produce some storms. All right, so we do now have a special weather statement. Looks like for Owen and Grant. So that is out of the Wilmington, Ohio Weather Office. So we do have a special weather statement of 40 miles an hour and pea-size hail with that particular storm right now. And looks like our storm here is trying to re-energize a little bit with a lot of lightning. Same way with this storm up here with the special weather statement. That storm will push into Harrison. Also, through the trajectory of this, could see Bourbon and Nicholas counties with this particular storm. So those of you in Montgomery, it may clip Montgomery, but I don't know if it's going to hit Mount Sterling or not. So these storms are taking different modes and different direction, which is always strange. I don't know how storms really do that whole transition of changing direction. Because it could be going east at 1 minute, southeast the next. That's why storm chasing it can be very dangerous, because you don't know exactly sometimes how it's moving. So in Frankfort, we still have a dew point of 63. So this storm has a lot of juice to be able to intensify again if it wants to. The altitude is pretty decent. Relative humidity is at 65. And winds out of the west-southwest at 10 miles per hour. It looks like this storm is dying off south of Louisville in Spencer County. So we want to definitely watch this storm as it's moving toward Woodford, Southern Fayette, and Jessamine, and this storm as it is pushing off into portions of Bourbon County. All right, how's everybody doing out there? Everybody doing well? I know that we're waiting on some very heavy storms and hail and damaging winds, but these storms are moving so slow. It's like you almost run out of things to talk about while they're pushing in and intensifying and all of that. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody's doing good. Make sure that you're continuing to share the stream as these storms are continuing in a southeasterly direction. We've been live now for 3 hours. Still checking social media, guys, on making sure that we're not missing out on anything. Zoom out here. Like I said, just not a lot going on right now, but man, these storms are still packing a punch. And those of you in the Lexington area, this storm is heading our way, but I feel like it'll take 3 days to get here because it is moving at 5 to 15 miles an hour. So it's not moving very quickly. So if you're in Woodford, Fayette, maybe even portions of southern Scott County, just be cautious on this particular storm. It's producing a lot of lightning, about a half-inch size hail, and a lot of rain. Oh, gotta stretch a little bit. Again, guys, just waiting on these storms. It is kind of the waiting game. We do have a flash flood warning in Oldham County, and these two cells are the only ones that we have in the state right now. So I'm hoping that today is a bust, but I say that every time and then something happens. So I'm trying not to say that, because I love when they give us horrible weather and we don't get it, because it keeps a lot more people safe. So that is just what I'm hoping will happen. But Fayette County, we're getting ready for some weather. So batten down the hatches, make sure that if you have the ability to cover up your vehicle in case the hail does increase, that way you don't get any hail damage on your vehicle. So we still have, in this storm in Harrison County, still having over half-inch size hail. A lot of lightning associated with these storms too. So, and a lot of rain. And as slow as they're moving, we're going to see a lot of rain out of this. I'm more concerned right now with a flash flood threat than I am anything. So now the storm is wanting to take more of a northern direction as the Harrison County storm is. I'm not sure why. I guess the wind direction is sending it other ways. So all right, guys. Again, we're just waiting on these storms. If we don't have anything severe taking place in the next little bit, I am going to probably end the stream, but I want to hang on to this until we figure out exactly what's taking place. If by chance, if I do end the stream and we start seeing severe weather again, I will jump back on, but I want to give it just a little bit longer to be able to see what it's going to do, if it's going to go back severe, or we're just going to see some thunderstorms with some heavy lightning and maybe a little bit of hail. Wednesday is definitely our day for severe weather. Tuesday night into Wednesday for sure. Yeah, this is only 2 cells that we have in the state. And they are moving slow. Let's see what our hail totals are looking at. So basically half inch size hail in both of these storms. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream, and if we do start seeing severe weather again, I will jump back on. But right now we're just looking at thunderstorms with a little bit of hail, nothing severe, not even a special weather statement. But again, if we do get severe weather, I will be back. So again, everybody have a good night, and just watch out for thunderstorms if you're in the area of that. And I will see you guys later.